All right. Me headphones weren't plugged in there. You've caught us, grot bags. I was plugging them in. That's the Christmas version of the E. This isn't me new hoose or anything. I just basically, as you know, I had suspected COVID last week, and the real background, it's a shithole in this office. So I'm just going to use the weekend and do it gradually, because the last thing I'm going to be doing is putting myself back under the long COVID cosh. I've dodged it successfully since early. I was a COVID hipster, as you know. It destroyed me health long before vaccines, and bit of a gutter, but my immune system appears to have fought off whatever it is. I just hope I don't have a heart attack in about 6 weeks, because that's a 58% high, no, 38% high chance of that, amongst other things. God bless you. I'm just having a drink. Loads of cool things to talk about, actually. Alien Christmas Dog Invasion, the welcome version. Also, Joe Rogan 2023 is beige flag material. We'll find out why, and other things as well. Cool stuff. Let me know if you're around in the comments. That will be good. In the meantime, if ye would like to support our work, then go to patreon.com/cowdaily. That's patreon.com/cowdaily, where some of the stories for this very show are percolating. That's Gateshead for percolating. And some really cool threads, and it's lush to see it's starting to like be the thing that we always wanted Discord to be, but none of us could get our heads around. So it's class. So if you want to be involved in that, go to patreon.com/cowdaily. That's patreon.com/cowdaily. Also, if you want to make a one-off contribution to our work, PayPal link in description. Sweet as, and thanks to everybody this week who's done that to offset the demonetization of Facebook for something spurious. If you want to know more about that, I think I might have went in on it in the last episode. Can't remember. Who's around though before we get started? Joanne's about. Nice to see you. Leon's in. Nice. That UFO thread is going to be mint in the patrons forum. Carlos, right back at you. Kelly Turnbull, nice to see you. Yeah, pal. Where's the... Come on now, StreamYard, show Kelly's comment. It's been a bit janky today. A little bit janky, but we'll get there. Sorry about that, Kelly. It took its time. Dave Slaz, OG in the house. G the Fisherman's in. Good morning to you, sir. Zoe Jarrett. Nice. Nice to see yous. Any more comments? Was as a boot. Nice to see you, Was. Andy Taylor. Nice to see you. Right back at you. It's Reed. We'll get some business sorted. Get it kicked off. But I'm going to have to neck some of this brew, like 2 seconds. I'll just put some of that Shankar action. Actually, let's put a random one on. See what they're about. This one's called Night Driving. Lovely. Just slip yourself in. Oil up those tonsils. Because you're going to need them. Fuck's sake. Journalistic credibility. You can have both. Fucking hell. It's a lovely one, this, like, isn't it? Look at my lovely fake fire and piano behind. Isn't it nice? Can you imagine just rolling up on that Matrix couch? Hi, everybody. We're here to tell you about the dog aliens. Seriously, dog aliens. I loved it. I want this to be the reality. I don't even know why I chose it. It's probably 5 minutes of an entire show, but it's my favorite item. Anyway, this from Cow Daily. Joe Rogan 2023 has the vibe of the grandpa from The Simpsons if grandpa smoked DMT, had too many saunas and hung around with a load of spooks. Why do I bring this up? I mean, sometimes I still watch Rogan. Depends on the guest. But facts are this. There would have been no podcast if not for Joe Rogan back in the day. People trying to disavow all that kind of thing now, you're just lying, and that's ridiculous. However, people change. Sometimes people start hanging around with spooks, and guess what happens? They change. Sometimes people get like an absolute bag of cash off Spotify not long after that. Guess what happens? They change. Sometimes people move to Texas after being the weed guy in California and are mates with the Texas governor. So that basically gives you carte blanche to smoke as much weed as you want in your fucking studio in Texas. Meanwhile, 29,000 people get arrested for things like possession. 98% of them in Texas do that. Rogan, the weed guy, says nothing. Does hang around with Navy SEALs and Special Forces people, though. And basically people who are not in the CIA anymore, apparently. None of these things are connected, I'm sure. Russell Brand, the diet Joe Rogan in a wig, basically. The the base has moved to the right and grown. So I think like they're like, oh, this is a bit of all right, and that's fine. People change. That's all right. But what's not all right is acknowledging that they've changed. That's bad. So I just wanted to throw that up. And do you know what it is? I like people with diversity of opinion, and Joe Rogan forms the opinion of so many people you don't even know. Like seriously, I thought it was quite funny actually. Though, like recently, somebody saying that like they'll ask on a date to go through somebody's YouTube history, and if Joe Rogan comes up, it's a proper red flag. I think that's doing Joe dirty. I just think he's got older. It's beige flag on the play. That's all it is. It's just like the banality of spreading like basic evil because he tries to claim like now, I have a diversity of guests. You might have like Abby Martin on once in a blue moon, but you've sadly thrown Dr. Rhonda Patrick the four wins after the COVID dispute, and you just seem to have like all the spooks, because they're your fucking mates. So it's just spook central. So I just wanted to like throw a beige flag on the Rogan play. Will I still watch a bit of Rogan? Probably, aye. Do us a favor as well, will you? Let us know in the comments if the sound is all right and it's all good. That would be sound. Thank you very much. Linda's saying wardrobe is looking more spacious. If you've just joined on, it's AI. It's actually somebody's got a gun to me head behind here. My handler from the Illuminati, and that's why we've got an AI screen. Leon's saying he used to be great. You did used to be good crack. No doubt about it. Nice one. Hoss is in. Nice to see you, Paul. I'll read. Slaz. David Goggins has the cleanest hoop in the world. A full service by Rogan. Have you seen Goggins running about with Tony Ferguson this week at the UFC? Like, I saw one of the most intense interviews with Ferguson, and he was talking about Paddy Pimblett, who he's fighting. And I was like, even though virtually yet of the day we had a fallout with Paddy, FBF for the lad, because like if Ferguson puts it all together, he's gonna bust him up, drag him to hell. Who knows? Martial art, isn't it great? Right, hold on a minute. Paul is saying, "What? Remember when Joe Rogan just used to be a half decent UFC commentator and not absolute wronging?" I did, aye, and it's fucking sad because it used to be a good thing. Glasgow saying, but it says dead account. How does that work? Have you changed? Is this like your old account? You've started a new account? Tell we. Dead account. Zoe's flagging it up too. Tim's in. Nice to see you, Timothy. Hi, Mike. Hope you're well. Looking at more chipper. I am, mate. It's a mad one as well. I've been up since 3 a.m. My partner left the lights on in the garden, and honestly, it was a bit like Blackpool illuminations. So I went down to, when you go downstairs, turn them off, and then that's you awake. So I just decided to get up and got the dog out at sunrise, made the best of it. So that's why we're here at this time. Prepared most of the show in the dead of night. Because as the vampires, I don't know, right, what's going on? right, there's just something about, like this type of carry on, right? We are not far right, we are just right, and then just a picture this, like, cheesy lie, and it just kind of encapsulates symbolically the story arc of Rogan, but in British form. It's all these knobheads now, isn't it? It's like Britain first, absolute fucking wet dream at the minute. What else we got going on? There's somebody who was trolling the page, right? And honestly, I laughed at this more than I needed to in the dead of night when I was prepping this up, and I had to include it. And I promise you, right, I haven't like fucking trimmed that image at all. There's no authority but yourself, says this person, right? Authorize yourself a computer skills course at the local community centre, pet. Jog on. There's going to be hell on kicking in our house, by the way. My partner's just pulled up and the dogs are about to start doing backflips. Cheers. That's what I feared the most. There'll be hell to pay in this house. Anyway, just more beige flag action. Russell Brand, like a couple of days ago, cyber attacks in the US with Rumble a victim. But was it, says the poll? Here's the two options. A, coincidence. B, Rumble posted January the 6th content. Honestly, the paranoia dripping off these people. But also ability to rinse propaganda to the heart of thinking. People that be lapping it up. Just in some movement police action, thanks to football lads and lasses against fascism. On the screen, you will see fuck St. Pauli, that's FC St. Pauli, free Hamburg from hipsters with 2 Palestine flags. What's that about? Right, get your St. Pauli garms, hide them in the bin. The ultras of St. Pauli have mobbed up with Tel Aviv, who claim to be leftist Zionists. And I mean, in these times, it's all about a stance, isn't it? So, free Hamburg from hipsters, it's over. We're all going to have to put our allegiances on some other cult football club. Any, just support Gateshead. We've got hoisties. We'll be doing a hoisty update lightly in a bit. I'm trying desperately not get kneecapped though. So, you know, so let's all move from St. Pauli to Gateshead. There's no politics there. Let's turn it into a cult club for the left, thus surprising all the old school gated people and probably getting his kneecapped off people who aren't Rajis. Just general, what do you think you're playing at? It was bad enough when those polls were gamed in Children of the Night by Satoshi was the walkout. Sorry, Nakatomi was the walkout theme for an entire season. Can we become the new FC St. Pauli? And my name, B-Mud. Let's turn Gateshead left. Let's do it. So anyway, if you want to know more, this from Flaff on the screen, and Celtic fans against fascism. There's a whole collage there. But we do have a lot to get through. So if you would like to pause the thing afterwards, look into it a bit more, find out. Movement police. It's the fucking movement police. Throw all your St. Pauli gear in the bin. No more hipsterage for you. It's over. They've thrown that lot in. And like just on a more serious bit of analysis, it does speak to quite a lot of the sort of thing that goes on in Germany as an overhang from the Second World War. Even on the left as well. And so certainly in things like DW News, Deutsche Welle News, which is like one of the news sources that I go to. I love their documentaries, things like that. A lot of their content has been like very distinct from other sort of Western democracies. And guilt's a motherfucker, man. Can cloud a motherfucker's mind, as we can see. So, some videos. And I just wanted to give you a little Cosmic Aslan update, right? For those who can't remember, Cosmic Aslan is the Gaji who's just been, let's say, well, he was elected, but he's just like this absolute American puppet. You'll forgive us. Aries on the screen, Cosmic Aslan. Cosmic Aslan is called Cosmic Aslan for a number of reasons, because he's mad cosmic with the cosmic fash, but also he's blatantly done a George Osborne 2.0. Yeah, check out how flying this guy is. And the caption is amazing. Going back to your table and spoons after a tactical vom in the box. Check out Cosmic. Go on. Touch your nose. Go on. Check out Cosmic. Round 2. He'd be devastated. Any dust? Any space dust there, Cosmic? What do you reckon Cosmic is on? Look at him. Seeing the man. What's he boot? What's Cosmic all about? I want to know if he's like space dusting up his beak. Is he putting some long shard on there? He's looking mad Cosmic, and he's got the haircut of dreams for this as well. I miss Cosmic Aslan. I know he's just arrived and he's about to like replace the peso with the dollar and just like out himself as like the ultimate CIA asset in charge of a country. But we get to make jokes about like a head of state being ripped to the gizzards on Longshard for the next few years. So all of the death and pain and carnage that, and it'll inevitably come for the Argentinian people. Last seen since the IMF effectively ran through the economy there and kept them in indentured servitude. Now we will see anarcho-capitalism in action under the auspices of Joe Biden's CIA. Fantastic. More of this. Just so we get to make jokes about him being off his tits. I think it's a bit strange for me. I don't know about you. I thought of it. But is it hello, Christopher? The angel. Who's I don't know about this. Dynamo. This is the case, then maybe it links into the hoisties narrative, and we should just go there. Please, my friends, tell me more. All I know recently is Bell, I think, I did some card dogs. We love you. We've heard all of this kind of thing before, and there have been so many dates and tall tales, but can you imagine if this one was true? It would be class. There would be amazing mates. Just always up for stuff. Brave, loyal. Imagine this, though. Imagine your dog's not you, Ryan from Liverpool, with the dog that can kill things with his face. If you don't know about that, stalkage from an XL bully owner. So imagine your dogs are aliens who have been sent to assess how sound of a person you are, and they report back ahead of the big reveal on December the 23rd. Dodge pots get flung to the XL bullies in a pit outside of Highton, and everybody else has class alien dog mates who righteously lamp Tories and whatever people still sniffing around the Labour Party are. We don't know. What are they? I want to believe. I want to believe. Do you want to believe too? I hope so. Oh, shite. Is this not even... Oh, fuck this then. Right, sorry, chaps. I'm saying this not work. Is this working? Is it not working? I was about to kill it, but Kelly is saying it's working again. Let us know, please. Can you let us know? Is it working? Is it not working? What's going on? Right. I am reading the bloody chat, man. I'm reading the fucking chat. I am asking you to tell me whether it's working or not. Does this work or not? Because I'm starting to get fucked off at this point. Like, so, is it back? Is it not back? Two more. Is it back? Is it not back? Do you know what? Fuck this. I'm absolutely fucking Romeo done with this shit. Fuck everything about this shit. We're done. That's it. I think what's happened is somebody's come in and logged on the fucking internet and not fucking shouted up, are you live streaming? And I'm fucking done with that. Is it back to normal? Right, it's back to fucking normal then. Let's run this again. Fucking honestly, man. Right, I know what I'm gonna do, right? Hold on a minute. Just bear with us. I bet you this fucking dumbass, like, virtual background is fucking this up as well. Right. Let's just fucking have a look at me bloody wardrobe. Check it. Yes. Come on. There's the wardrobe. Is that better? Is that better without that dumb background? Hopefully it is. Right. Sorry, everybody. Merry bloody Christmas. Did you hear the dog story about the dog aliens? Aye. Tell us right now, because you've got about 5 seconds, and then I'm fucking off. I'm doing one. So in 5, 4, 3, 2. Did you hear the dog story? Yes or no, everybody? I don't want to know if it's back, Joanne. Did you hear the dog story about the dog aliens? Joel's hearing the dogs, not the dynamo. Fucking hell, man. Jesus. I'm not blaming the dog. Right, dog story's going again. Hold on. Absolute rat pantry. Love out like this, mate. It's my favourite. Let's read things again. Actually, let's not. Let's just move on because I'm fucked if I'm reading that again. Right, we're going to move to something like horribly dark instead, as penance for the world. And what is that thing? Yes, it is this hoisty update. Let's have a look. What's happening in the world of Gateshead? I need to know. Do you need to know? Well, hopefully, because I find it out. Right. Man 20 appears in court after pig's head hung outside Berkeley pub. For those who don't know, that's in Gateshead. And it's by somebody called Callie Lindsay. If that's not another indication of the age of fucking what is it, Baba Yuga, then I don't know what is. It's the end times. Callie Lindsay on Further Adventures in the Hoist. A man has appeared in court after a pig's head was nailed to a Berkeley pub door and road sign. Northumbria police were called to the Coach and Horses on Durham Road after 2 pigs' heads were put on display outside the pub. One head was attached to the pub door and another to a road sign nearby, with a poster naming 2 men also attached. Lennon Stewart, 20, was charged with a public order offence and appeared at South Tyneside Magistrates Court on December the 13th. Stewart we don't need to read the man's address out, for God's sake, was remanded in custody and is due to appear at Newcastle Crown Court next month. At the time of the incident, police reassured there was not thought to be a wider risk to public safety. The force issued a stark warning and said disorder of this nature would not be tolerated. Hoisties. I'm dancing the like I really like my kneecaps. They're good. They're a good thing. They move in the way that nature intended. So that's your hoisty update. But that court case is in progress, as is the machinations of the gated scene. So anyway, that's me on that particular topic. We don't need that no more. Gonna rock this in as well, just before the end. For once, right? The mainstream are doing some decent Palestine coverage. So this from at Omar Jimenez on your Twitter. Incredible reporting from Calissa Ward showing the reality inside of Gaza. Worth a watch if you get a moment. There are also journalists inside Gaza that have been continuously reporting on what's happening there. Many have died in the process. these important stuff, and we've always got to keep raising my voice for Palestine as we are. And this, for me, is a way of doing that and inserting this in the show. As I was telling you about things that lure you in, let's not force this out of our brains. We've got to keep the pressure on. Also, really good as an indication to see that pressure that people like you have been putting on to force the hand of outlets like CNN to talk in this way. Enjoy.
We have been trying for many, many weeks now to try to get into Gaza. It has been impossible for us up until Tuesday. We were able to travel inside with some medical volunteers who are working at a newly established, newly built field hospital that has been set up by the United Arab Emirates in the southern part of Gaza. As you know, the southern part of Gaza is now very much the focus of Israel's military operations. That is exacerbating an already dire humanitarian catastrophe and leading to record numbers of civilian casualties, as we saw for ourselves. You don't have to search for tragedy in Gaza. It finds you on every street, strewn with trash and stagnant water, desolate and foreboding. So we've just crossed the border into southern Gaza. This is the first time we've actually...
I just want to cut in just before this like proper kicks in. This is very different from how these things are. I mean, we're talking about like United Kingdom. I know there's people in the United States listen to this as well. Hello, Anglophiles. You probably tell we're better than most, like how compromised your media actually is. So this is an interesting development. I'm not going to play the whole thing, but I'm going to play as the first bit.
We've been able to get into Gaza since October 7th, and we are now driving to a field hospital that has been set up by the UAE. Up until now, Israel and Egypt have made access for international journalists next to impossible, and you can see why. Since October 7th, the Israeli military says it has hit Gaza with more than 22,000 strikes. That by far surpasses anything we've seen in modern warfare in terms of intensity and ferocity. And we really, honestly, are just getting a glimpse of it here. Despite Israel's heavy bombardment, there are people out on the streets. A crowd outside a bakery. Where else can they go? Nowhere is safe in Gaza.
Used to be a stadium.
Arriving at the Emirati field hospital, we meet Dr. Abdullah Al-Nakbi. No sooner does our tour begin when...
Our ambulance. That's a real life.
And this is what you hear all the time now?
Yes.
So if you want to see that whole piece, it's about 8.5 minutes long, 8 minutes 42. Obviously, we're not going to play the whole thing, but I wanted to show how things are changing. Also, some of you may have seen that Puma pulled its support for the Israeli national team. And that, again, is due to the pressure that's being put on. As much as they said in the statement it had nothing to do with it. Strange that it's happened ahead of time. So, a couple more things before I jet. It'll be interesting to hear this back to see how much of the dog alien Christmas kicks in. Anyway, never forget that we had all the scientific evidence we needed to act on global warming over 40 years ago, but the fossil fuel industry spent millions to spread disinformation and block climate action. Global warming isn't a tragedy, it's a crime. Merry Christmas, everybody. Also, conduct yourself online as if your descendants are learning who you were from the words you left behind, because they will. Never forget the internet keeps receipts. It also doesn't keep receipts for things you haven't said. So if you're wondering how your grandkids might be judging your actions now in the times of overlapping crises, genocide, climate emergency, all of the things that are going to really wreck the world for them, I'd suggest speaking up now or being a dafty later for your grandkids. Also, as well, just want to leave you with this, some fantastic news. Also, in the sense of how the pressure that people like yourselves put on around long COVID, and also the mitigations that we're all campaigning for, like clean air. from a German trade magazine, which is manager-magazine.de. There is money in prevention. So they're doing an article centered around the mitigations, but also demonstrating to breadheads in the language they understand, you will save money here if you put these things in. Shit that we've been talking about for the longest time, 2 years, I don't know. So well done, everybody. It's really good, and it's really good to see that this is spreading around sort of like scumbag middle management culture. So, Blockbuster article in a leading German business outlet discusses what employers should do about long COVID. More and more things are happening. I actually put in touch a journalist with some, well, I'll tell you about this when I'm allowed to speak about it, but it's around Africa and long COVID there. We spoke about that recently. We do solutions-focused things, so I've put some people in touch, and hopefully it's going to make a change in terms of public health policy there. Anyway, Merry Christmas all. We will be seeing each other before then, and I will be setting up a proper backdrop and all that. And hopefully it shouldn't dodge pot up the dance, but we'll see. You know, it's work in progress. We're here for a while though, so happy days. All the best. Always a pleasure. Never a chore. If you want to support work, go to patreon.com/cowdaily. That's patreon.com/cowdaily for all your supporting independent good faith media needs. Also, if you want to make a one-off contribution to our work, link in the description to PayPal. Also, if you want to help us go up the charts on the audio, just run the podcast, run the audio versions from start to the finish. If you want to leave a review, please do. But the most important thing is when you download them, play them. Even if you've already heard us do this, stick around, meet and play it. People are doing that. Thanks very much. I see you once the studio's built properly, because I'm not doing one of those janky ones again, because it really annoys us. And those backdrops, damn, they take up a lot of processing power. Cheers, chaps. See yous next time. Get your notifications on, and you will know all about it when it comes. All the best. My absolute StreamYard is crashing. I'm trying to do filler to stop the crash. I think it stopped crashing. What a bad one. But the North shall rise again. Trons.